right, that's good. So, now for some questions about like the history of the band. Let's see. The band started when Nick and Tony met. Like, is this true?
Yeah, in 2006 after prom, after we went to the night, just went over to a friend's house. Yeah, shut up. We were just talking about music in general, and Nick told me he liked to write lyrics, and I told him that I like to play guitar, so we just decided to see if we could start a band.
All right, so was it like instant connection? Like, Nick, did you discover that Tony was like a wicked guitar player? And Tony, did you discover Nick was a really amazing singer like right away, or was that like a gradual thing that like just kind of resurfaced as you guys, started making music together and stuff, and discovered everything else?
It's kind of like most other bands, I would think. You kind of come together and you have raw talent, and you kind of see that it's there. You just kind of got to develop it a little bit, and the more and more you play together as a band, the better it gets.
All right. Okay. So, all right. So, questions now for Ryan and John. How did you guys, get into the band? Were you like first on the list of people to like be picked up, or was it like you just came up and decided to join up?
Well, John was in the band before me. Him and my brother. It's a funny story. We were actually in a band before, more like alternative rock kind of, and. So they broke up, and so Nick and John were looking for a drummer, and then Nick brought up John, and since Tony and John never really had a problem in the band, they came together and they were cool with that. So they went through 2 bassists, and so Nick and John were like, yo, go ask your brother if he wants to play for us. And so Tony went upstairs and got me, and was like, okay, why not?
Okay, cool. All right, so you have more ex-members than the one that I list on Metal Archives, who's your former rhythm guitarist, Kevin Swarner. When did Kevin come in, and how did you kind of get into things?
I was friends with Kevin, and being friends, I kind of knew that he played guitar. So we were looking for a rhythm guitarist to give Tony some backup, and he worked out.
So why did he leave?
There were some complicating issues, the usual.
Wasn't like it was, personal conflicts, didn't like each other, kind of thing.
He just really didn't show the dedication. I mean, it wasn't there. And every time we told him to practice, it just seems like he would ignore it and then just show up to practice unprepared or not at all.
I know how that feels, because I played cello in an orchestra, and I especially in middle school, I had this one teacher, Mrs. Williams, and whenever I would go and I wouldn't practice, it was like, she would know, and she would really, give me help for it, and whatever. All right, so Kevin left, leaves, because he's not dedicated, and then Mike comes in. Mike, how did you get into the band?
Well, I met Nick in our accounting class senior year, and I guess after a while he noticed I listened to metal and crap, so I guess I brought up playing guitar, so he asked me to try out for the band then. I came to a couple practices and they taught me the songs, and I pretty much just stayed with them from there.
All right, do you like being an Angel of Fire? Or
I guess, I mean, it's more or less, really. I mean,
does this line up with the band? Like, do you guys have any problems with each other, or you all get along pretty well?
Yeah, we have a few problems, but mainly the vast different influences as far as music goes, but
so
Yeah, you really see it when we jam, because we all get along real good, but when we just jam out, we just know what each other's gonna do. I know when he's gonna switch up, so it's just all really